Alright, Indie Bricks here, back with Lego Overwatch set 75972 Dorado Showdown. I think I got the number right. I think I did. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay, so this retailed, I think, for $40 back in 2018 or 19. I don't know, I'm so unprepared. But basically, out of all the Lego Overwatch sets I have 3 of them, which I'll eventually review. This one is definitely my favorite. This one to me is like the most important Overwatch set to have out of all of them in the wave. And if you play the game, you would know exactly why. Now, I'm not the biggest Overwatch fanatic. I do enjoy playing on my PS4, but I'm more of a Nintendo guy. You know, you can usually find me playing around the Nintendo Switch. But that being said, I do enjoy this game a lot in certain doses. So let's take a closer look at this, and I'll tell you why it's such a great set. So first up, we have McCree, who is your standard cowboy figure. He comes with a brown hairpiece, so you can take off his hat and stick that on. Sorry about the lighting. Yeah, so that's him. No alternate face, but here is the back of his torso. He has the standard pistol, like Indiana Jones pistol. I just dropped the hair, sorry about that. It does have leg printing and more torso printing, which is really nice. And he does have the newer style cape for his shoulder. That like soft fabric kind of color. Overall, really cool figure. The hat is not an Indiana Jones style fedora though. It's more of a like the cowboy hat like we saw with the Lone Ranger sets. So I do find that pretty interesting. Alright, second in line, Soldier 76. The gun is pretty cool. It looks a lot like how it does in the game. Obviously, they're not going to make pieces for it because they don't want to make it too warfare-like, but this is basically the build for... sorry. This is basically the build for the gun. Pretty cool looking. But Soldier 76, take the hair off. You can see they tried printing some of his flesh on with the scar. It looks okay on camera. It looks pretty bad in person, though. Lego does have a hard time printing stuff on darker colors, I find. But his torso, again, the white looks great on camera, but in person, it really does look a little shoddy, I guess. But, I mean, he is detailed pretty well. He does have the 76 on the back. Besides the light color printing, I do like this figure a lot, and he does have this white hairpiece. I don't know if this is exclusive, or not exclusive, but I don't know if this was made specifically for this character. I want to say it appeared in the minifigure series, but I'm not 100% sure. So someone will correct me on that, but that's him. And then Reaper, right here. Now, I like playing a Soldier 76 a little bit. Not so much McCree, but Reaper's one of my favorites to play as. Same as Diva in the game. But let's take this off. Now, the white printing, again, is a little iffy, but the hood kind of covers it up, so it looks good. He has a nice face print. See nothing on the back. He does have these shotgun things, which are made from this newer gun piece they introduced for this line. His torso does have some printing on it. You can see that right there. Put the hood back on. And of course, his back also has a little bit of printing too. Now, interesting thing about this cape is not made of the newer style, like we see with McCree right here. Very interesting, because Lego usually doesn't produce stuff in that cape material anymore. So pretty interesting that our friend Reaper's like this. He also doesn't have the interchangeable legs. I think in the Rocket set, I think it's called like Watchpoint Gibraltar or something, he has those like glossy sort of ghost floaty things. But this is just him normally how he walks. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's take a look at the set now. So now let's take a look at everything the set offers. And to me, you get quite a good value, I think, for what you get. But first, you have the Swimpy canister. It comes in other sets. We don't get the cool big one in this set that gives you a lot of health. You get the wimpy one, it's printed. The printing is a little faded though, which is a bit disappointing, but whatever. You win some, you lose some, right? This is the payload. This is the main thing our characters are going to be fighting over in this set. And, well, here's the payload itself. And it looks actually really nice. It looks a lot like how it does in the game. It did translate pretty well in Lego form. So you can just stick that on with the stud right here. It is a really cool build. So this is the flatbed truck. You can obviously take off the roof, you know, you can stick a character to drive, even though they don't actually drive in the game. You stand on it in order for it to drive on its own, sort of like a spooky ghost car. But we can put Soldier 76 in there, and you know he'll be chilling in there driving his car, and you can have this driving around a city. It is a really nice, like, old looking kind of truck. There is a sticker on each side of this, and the cool thing is just like you can pull these up to reveal the little tires under here. This is sort of what they do with like the clone hover tank for Star Wars, where they have little wheels but they hide them with these, so it looks like it's hovering. So it reminds me a lot of what they do with those. So yeah, that's it. I mean, this is a pretty cool thing though. Headlights, nice, really good build to put together, nice and smooth. Some of the pieces are a little scratched. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but that's it. But let's take a look at this up closer. This is cool because this is a structure that you can have the figures fighting over, and that's sorry, I got some of the other stuff in there, but whatever, it's cool. But this is really interesting because some of the other sets don't really have much, I guess, structure that's recognizable from the game, but this is pretty recognizable from the Dorado spot. So we can easily detach the market spot just to take a better look at it. So if I zoom in there, let's see. So we have some nice cherries and bananas, sort of just a little stand and then a little wire. Kind of reminds me of like the Ambush in Cairo set from Indiana Jones to an extent. So put this guy back on. I do really like this. This is meant to be like a little bull, like a little mini build. So these are the horns, that's the head. These are the 4 legs. So it's a really cool little micro build that you can just stick on there, because there are little party animals hanging around the map. And then they use gems for the lights. We have this area, which is a spot the payload can pass through, like so. It is a little bit of hard with these wheels because they kind of tend to get a little stuck sometimes. But these are nice and smooth, so it can help it get over. And it is nice and big for it too. So you can have it like stop in the middle if you want, you know, if you get contested or something like in the game. And then you have these torches, or not torches, but, you know, lights. You do have a sticker right here, which I think is just a spray. I have no idea what the heck that is. On the other side, you have some posters. There's a Lucio poster right there, and I think that has Tracer right there, and Mercy, and I think like Soldier 76 or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what this is. And then this in there is another sticker, and I think it's say Justice Jack Morrison. I think that's also Soldier 76. I don't know. I might be wrong. I play Overwatch casually. I'm not super in tune with the lore or anything. But sorry for seeing outside of the set, but whatever, it's cool. Okay, and then the back here we just have a candle, but this set does have one more trick up its sleeve. You can open up these panels, so from the front. So if you have more of like a sniper character like Widowmaker, who was in a set, or even like Hanzo, you know, you can put in, right? So you can simulate a good battle scene. And overall, that's pretty much why I think this is one of the best sets you can get for Overwatch. If you're gonna get one, you should get this, because you can really set up a cool battle with this. You know, the only problem I have with it is that it doesn't come with more people. Right? It's $40, and I think they should have put in 4 guys. Because to be honest, like this is a fight, so you need like 2 teams to equally go at each other, and having 3 people does not make 2 equal teams. But I mean, this is a fun set to pose, you know, figures on. To have like McCree down here shooting at Soldier 76 and Reaper. So overall, there is a lot of fun stuff here. This is a fun one for kids who play the game to play with, and a good one for adults to display. Especially if you get this and maybe another set to go with it, just to have more heroes going at each other. So this set is really underrated, honestly, because there's a lot of cool poses and stuff you can make with this. Like there's a lot of fun little display possibilities with this guy. I mean, even this, you know, you can. It's just fun to fool around with and like put on a shelf, and have all the characters in action poses. And that's the kind of thing I'm really looking for in sets sometimes, especially older people, because when you get older, you tend to play with these things less and less, and having a display value is really, really nice. And this sort of checks off all the boxes. So, to me, this is one of the better sets in the Overwatch line. It's scaled properly for starters, unlike a bunch of the other ones, but also it looks good, really recognizable, and it's good for display. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we're gonna do the letter ratings because that's what I did in the Hot Rod set. So I don't know, maybe like an A. You know, I don't see any flaws. It would have been nice to have gotten another figure, but overall, I mean, good value for what you get too. So yeah, I would definitely get this one because you can actually still find it in some places. So yeah, go for it.